everybody, smash the like button.
Hey, everybody, smash the like button. Hope you're doing well. GMGMGEGAGN, wherever in the world you are. I hope it's been a fantastic start to your day or a full day, wherever you're at. It's Thursday, August 28th, 10 a.m. on the East Coast, baby, of the United States. That means it's time for a little VeChain Power Hour. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. If you are tuning in on the YouTube, go ahead and smash that like button. If you are watching over on X, because there's usually more people watching over on X, as I would expect, make sure that you hit the heart. Just go to the bottom right, hit the heart, and then also repost the video out, tag some friends, do the things that you got to do to bring some more people in here. Also, don't forget, not only do we multi-stream onto the platforms, but we're also running a space at the exact same time. So that means if you want to participate in the conversation, say you're watching the show and you're like, oh, wait a second, there's a stage for me to talk on. Yeah, come on. Let's talk VeChain today. Got a bunch of things that I want to do. We'll get a little vibe check with the V fam. We'll go through some of the news and updates that's been happening. And then, we could even look at some charts and some price action. And hopefully, it seems like every week we get at least one of the projects from the V Better DAO coming in here to talk. And so hopefully we'll get some projects and some people in here to talk about what they're building. Or, if we don't, that's quite all right, because there's plenty of community members that can talk about what their favorite dApps are, what they're using. Like, for instance, this morning, for the first time, and not that I haven't combined using like Cleanify and Mugshot together, like I take my coffee and then I take out the trash or put something in the garbage, whatever. But now, because of the composting functionality of Cleanify, is that instead of just throwing away my coffee grinds, I should have been doing this all along anyway, but hey, at least we get to start somewhere. Now I'm taking the coffee grinds from the pot of coffee, throwing them on the garden, getting more better. So each pot of coffee, I'm being rewarded more. So that means ultimately I'm going to ROI faster on that bag of coffee from Costco that we get. It's like $16 for 2.5 pounds. And so I think as the price continues to go up, that bag of coffee may get cheaper and cheaper out of pocket. So maybe even fully replace the cost of it. So that's kind of what I'm hopeful for. And that's what we're working towards. So that we'll get into that stuff a little bit later. So guys, remember, if you are down in the space, come on up, come out, hang and chat with us. That is the goal of the show. Let me just bring the space up here just so y'all got it. There we go. This is the VeChain Power Hour. It's kind of like an institutional adoption meets community governance. That's the title of the stream today over on YouTube and stuff. So, the whole idea of what we're seeing happening, right? The Hayabusa upgrade passed. I feel like there's more activity happening within, the Stargate ecosystem. And so I do want to talk to you guys about the nodes thing. And so it seems like, and I've done the numbers. I think you earn a little bit more VTHO by having that the Lightning node, which is the 50,000 VeChain. However, you've got more flexibility to be able to move and shake if you kind of stair step your starting points for several of the nodes. And so I think at this point I might just do several Dawns versus one of the Lightnings, but we'll see. We can talk about that in a little bit here. Again, there's a couple things I do want to rip through just so we can talk about it. Currently, I am up here. I'll bring this up so you guys can see this here. I don't have a whole lot of skin in the trade. I just put $100 in at 10x leverage, but we are up 3% on a VeChain long. We are long VeChain. We are walking the walk and talking the talk, baby. We're in this system and we're also betting big on it. So, we're betting positively on it. I wouldn't say big. $100 is not a lot, but we're already up 3%. We're gonna let that sucker run for a while. We've got a pretty decent. It's got to dip well below 2 cents for us to get smoked out, but we can always add more on top of it to keep it going. And I think that this is a great place to have gotten into a trade, and hopefully we'll let this thing run for quite some time. I mean, that's kind of the goal. Plus, it'll help me on my my competition with my mom, and we'll talk about that more probably tomorrow on the show. We'll keep this VeChain related. So. All right. Stargate, become a validator. Has something. I was looking at the website today, and I really I think there's a video that needs to be made from my side, and I would love to actually talk to more of you guys that are in the community, that are running nodes, that are just kind of learning about it for the first time. I think what we should do is, whether it's a live stream and have a couple people come up on camera, or just have you guys submit some video kind of clips to me so that we can put something together, because I would love to really put kind of this concept of this content together about what's going on with Stargate and why it's important. Why it's important to run the nodes and be a part of the ecosystem, right? Because at the end of the day, like that's like true decentralization, right? Like when you've got everybody playing their fair share, playing their role, that's the goal. Why is Link pumping? I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to the chat though. What is up, you guys popping in here? Who is our? We got a gold medal winner for today. It is Mike Lowry, GM, brother, funny man in the house. Moreheart, the Pith Heads. Moreheart and the Pith Heads. That sounds like a good band name. I would join that name, Moreheart. I would definitely want to play rhythm guitar in Moreheart and the Pith Heads. I assume Moreheart is the lead singer, lead guitarist, kind of a deal. Mike, I'm going to send you as my, I'll make you my co-host. If anybody, Paulie, I don't know what your schedule, I don't know what you got going on today, but I do like having the co-hosts up there just because I know sometimes my phone likes to rug, or Twitter likes to rug these spaces too, and so we don't want to have any issues. No issues, but I appreciate you, Mike, popping up here. Hope all is well with you, brother. What's going on today? All right. Well, he might be working right now. We'll check back in with Mike in a little bit. But anybody else wants to pop up, you guys know the drill. Y'all know what to do. You don't need me to tell you what's up. All right. So I do have a couple articles that we can rip through while everybody works up their patience. Maybe they got to finish their coffee and do the things that they got to do to get ready to speak publicly. And that is A-OK. I am with you. Let's just go through this. I got this first article, VeChain's Hayabusa upgrade, a strategic shift to institutional grade tokenomics and staking. And I love this. This is this AIinvest.com, this AI news. We always get a little AI summary. And I think that's good for all of us, is sometimes we don't want to read the whole full article, especially like on the show. You don't need me to read something to you, but we can just skim these little highlights, and that's important, right? So you got the Hayabusa upgrade transition to the DPoS, which is the delegated proof of stake, enhancing decentralization and institutional adoption through tiered staking incentives. And so, like I said, I've recently, because that's how you get the rewards now. The VTHO is only going to be rewarded to staking through the make staking mechanism. And so now, again, I've got, I'm stacking my VeChain, and I had shifted some other coins out of what they were and brought them into the ecosystem. And so again, I've got a few more to buy. I got a few more chips to stack up here before we can officially have the option of doing the Lightning node, which again is 50,000 VeChain, or just stack a couple Dawn nodes. But the VTHO reform reduce inflation by linking rewards to staking activity while staking NFTs, lower barriers for retail and institutional participation. It's very easy. I also need to make sure, because I do have my wife and daughter, and I got a little bit of flack when I said this the other day, and I know that you guys were joking, but I know that I've got to send, because my wife she's participating in the VBetterDAO ecosystem, doing the mugshots, doing the cleanifies, doing the scoop ups, doing the bubbles, doing the stuff. But I got to get her some VeChain, and so I might send her a nice little drop of 10K so she can do a Dawn node so that she can start staking and participating. And we did it. We pulled the trigger. We found an old phone here in the house that is usable and workable. So we are gonna get that thing. We got our daughter's Apple ID or whatever put onto it, and so now I got to download the VWorld app, and then I've already got her address and all that stuff set up. So we'll just slide it over to her account, and then she'll be ready to go. And we'll have to get her all the passports and do all the things, but and then I'll send her 10K as well, so that she's running a node, so that my fam, we are always going to be, walking the walk with this whole thing. And so if we can be, participating in the true decentralization of VeChain by each running our own node, I love it. And daddy's got to have that big one. I'll give my girls the little Dawn nodes, and daddy's going to run a big one. But we just need a little time for that, boys and girls. Just a little time.
GM. Sorry, I was in the office. So I was just getting situated here.
All good,
But
brother.
dude, that's sick. That's actually one thing I want to be doing in the bear market. So like I was doing a bunch of mining last bear market, and now I want to get into nodes, staking, maybe even making like an AI rig, like something like that, because I got to utilize that room.
Yeah.
So I have all those computer parts I want to continue to use. That's actually really sick. And actually, I got signed up a green card yesterday. Carrie helped me out, so I'm trying to I'm exploring more of the ecosystem because I'm not gonna lie, Carrie got me the FOMO with how much he's making. It's like way more than I'm making on the EV charging my Tesla. So I got to get on that.
Yeah, I mean, you stack them all, right? Like, and Kerry was like, he was showing us, by what 2 or 3 in the afternoon, was it yesterday or the day before? He had already stacked like, what is my mom calling me? Mother, I'm live, Mom. Sorry, guys, my mom tried to call me right there.
Your mom wants us to get signed up with right now on VeChain. She's like, she wants to get onboarded right now. She can't wait.
I'm live. Call you after the show. Live. I said love, and I got fat fingers, man. I'm always fat fingered text messages. All right, we are back in action. Dougie Doug, let's see if we can bring you back up here. He might have rugged. Doug the rug. Doug the rug. Are you back now?
And what am I walking into right now? That's my question.
This is the VeChain Power Hour with the Web3 Breakfast. I am your host, VeChain's. We are hanging out with the most amazing community, the VFam in Web3, talking about all sorts of things. We've got the Hayabusa upgrade, which is changing the whole dynamic of VeChain. It has gone to delegated proof of stake. We're talking about nodes. We're talking about, look, I told you someone, I think it was maybe Jordan, had posted something about how we need t-shirts, but guess what? By gosh, we did it. My wife made it. VeChain has NFTs, and I went with the sparkle. The sparkle. Let's go. All right, that's what you're walking into, Doug.
Oh, can you explain like how I make money in this situation, sir?
Yes. Okay. So I'll have to ask you just a couple questions so I can sell you this pen. All right. Hey, Doug, let me ask you a question. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker?
Neither.
Okay. Are you, do you drink water?
Yeah, but I have special additives that I put in the water.
That's okay.
Medical things.
That's quite all right. Do you, let's see, I know where you live. Do you recycle?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you actively just throw trash on the ground, or are you responsible and you put trash into a receptacle?
I would say like 98% like goes into a receptacle.
Okay. All right. Hey, we'll take 98% because that's at least a couple actions throughout the day. Okay.
Like usually if I throw it on the
say?
ground,
What
though,
else
it's
do I
like
want
an
to ask
apple
you?
or something.
Do you take public transportation to get around where you live if you're going out?
I have like one time in the last 2 years, maybe.
Okay, cool. I'll take that, man. I'm gonna take that. And then I guess maybe one other question: do you run an iPhone or an Android?
I have both.
Oh, golly, man. Now you are in for a excitement, just energy filled answer. Before I get to that, I got some hands. So, Paulie, I would love for you to go first. And then I see Carrie. So, Paulie and then Carrie, and then I'll be back to answer your question.
Doug, my man, do you shop with a reusable bag? Do you put your groceries in reusable shopping bags?
I use brown bags because I'm from Generation X. You know, the ones made out of paper.
Do you ever buy organic food at the grocery store? And vegetables?
Not very often.
What are you eating?
Cake.
I figured.
And pocket pancakes right now is what I'm eating.
A pocket pancake?
Yeah.
I might need a little bit of an explanation of what a pocket pancake is.
Pocket pancakes are singularly powering the Milwaukee Brewers to the World Series this year, just FYI.
Dude, for Doug, it's either diabetes or altcoin season.
You guys think I'm making jokes up, but pocket pancakes are a real thing.
Are they like so I'm gonna have to look this up. Is that like the brand of it, everything?
No, it's just the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. Like, okay, so the Brewers went on a historic run of winning almost every game for like 2 months, and
Uh-huh.
like I have like the best record in the majors, even though they're a small market team with like barely any money.
I know I'm a
And
Cubs fan, so go Cubs.
oh sure, I mean that's great and
I mean, you're
everything.
also a
So then
Packers fan, so go Bears. But go ahead, sorry.
yeah, and so then they asked the manager, like, what's the secret to your success? He literally pulls a pancake out of his back pocket and starts eating it. Like, and she's like, what's that? He's like, it's a pocket pancake. And it was one of the most like just funny things I've ever seen in my life, because he was just like, yeah, it's just what I eat when I'm just playing baseball, my pocket pancakes.
The
So
old
then it
Pat
became like a
okay,
little
I see.
viral thing.
I see this
Yeah.
now. Pat Murphy's introduces the pocket pancakes to be served up on Sundays in Milwaukee.
It's like a T-shirt and everything now. I mean, I'm of course a Milwaukee Brewers fan coming from Wisconsin, but you know how like sports teams often are like small market and they don't have the money to like contend. Say like the Kansas City Royals or something like that is really tough because like they have a payroll of like 100 million, and then like the Dodgers have a payroll of like 500 million, or the Yankees, So they literally have like 400 more million dollars of players on the team. Like that's like they're like just like a team of all stars basically. And then how do you compete with that? Well, you just have to be better than them. And anytime the Brewers get like a really good player, they usually lose him to free agency because the Yankees will just pay him like a crazy amount of money. So the only way the Brewers, like a team like the Brewers, can like win the World Series or playoff games is they have to just harvest young talent and be really good at their farm system and just basically be like 6 times better than the Yankees and the Dodgers because they're such a disadvantage. So when people are like, "What's your secret?" He's like, "It's pocket pancakes and friendship." It's kind of like pretty hilarious. And I was like, you know what? I love pancakes. So I just love that story. And it's like the power of believing in yourself, friendship, and just pulling a pancake out of your pocket.
You know what? There's a lot of really good things in that story, Doug. I really appreciate that. And I think, listen, as far as pancakes are concerned, I think that we need at some point, and we could do this pretty briefly if you guys like. We could run through kind of everybody's, order of breakfast bread kind of thing. You're like, are you a pancake? Are you a waffle? Are you a freedom toast kind of eater? I would definitely say a waffle number one, pancake number two, freedom toast number three. Even though the freedom toast is delicious, it's just sometimes it's just too much. You got to do the egg and all that stuff. I
It's
think
like a special
mostly it's
occasion.
just a little
Yeah.
bread and syrup. I think I could probably just have just a piece of bread and syrup and it's the same.
Well, it's got eggs on it too.
Yeah, but
So
you know
you
what I
got
heard
protein.
recently, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I heard that scrambled eggs is the worst way that you could make eggs because when you break up the yolk and then heat it, you basically cook all like the nutrients away. So anything that keeps the yolk intact is actually the best thing that you can do as far as eggs go. So
That's like just drinking raw eggs probably is the best way then, huh? Like Rocky.
I mean, that's every man does that. And if you're sitting at home or if you're sitting at the office or you're in your car right now thinking to yourself, wait a second. He just said every man eats raw eggs. I don't eat raw eggs. Well, okay. You need to reevaluate some things.
I actually fill a syringe with the egg and inject it directly into my bloodstream.
See what I'm saying? Like Paulie gets it. Paulie fucking gets it, right? That's how important this is, guys. If you're not injecting raw eggs into your blood or gulleting them down, in like I even put one in my coffee today, straight raw egg, just gulp. It's coffee and eggs, man. Let's go.
I think what you're trying to do is help make sure everyone has their proper T levels. You know what I mean? It's very important to do that because otherwise you're operating not like as a true man. You know what I mean? If you don't have your T
I will
levels
tell you.
properly.
I will tell you. I think
care about your C
everybody
levels.
here in Web3 needs to listen. Look, I've been checking in on a couple some live streams lately, and I will tell you, the energy level in crypto Twitter is extremely low T. And so, to any of you KOL streamer guys that are just getting started again or whatever, like pick up your fucking energy. You sound pathetic. All right.
Dude, last night, Leap, okay, so Leap, he's like a well-known Web3 guy. He did a big stream to raise money for the water thing, Mr.
talking about
Beast or
Leap?
whatever, and he brought on magicians and all these people. but it just felt, it was like vape cabal vibes where they're just kind of like barely happy to be, they're barely existing. They're just like, they're way too cool for anything. And, the magic trick happened and they would just be like, whoa, dude, that's impossible, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but if someone's on your stream doing magic tricks and blowing your mind, like, there's a reason that people like Kai Cenat and Speed are popular, because they'll like freak out. They'll just be like, how in the hell did you just do that? And it's just funny, right? Because like they're just excited to be alive, And then that's all you need to do is just be excited to be alive, and then talk to people, and you'll become successful.
Listen, you and I have had this conversation many times before. You can't just be plain Jane. You can't be the vanilla man. You got to have some pizzazz. You got to have some spirit. You got to have something. Even if it's controversial, you got to have something. That's the only way to live.
Oh, yeah. You had a lot of pizzazz in Las Vegas for sure.
What's that? Okay. I don't know what you just said there at the end, but we'll take it as a compliment.
I said that you had a lot of pizzazz in Las Vegas when we were at Rare Evo.
Yeah, of course. See, you got to up the game a little bit.
In fact, you might have had all the pizzazz in the city might have been spent in jail.
I took all of it. I said, listen, y'all. I see, just like I said a little bit ago, we've got some low T, high E friends in this space. And so if I got to show you guys how to bring the energy, how to bring the heat, how to bring the action and the excitement, I'll do it, man. I'll show you guys. I'll figure it out so that you guys can figure it out.
Do you remember the award ceremony and stuff when I accepted the award for Wolves DAO Best GameFi? And Sam Safini is the co-founder down there, VeChain's.
Yep. And
that was a fun night, VeChain's. I really felt good about, like, whatever you want to call it, influencer, creator, like whatever. They had the awards. Adam did a good job with it. And like when people make nice events and do cool stuff and just support other people, whatever it is, give them a award, do whatever it is, but you do it in a way that just feels really good. Like that's like really like what we need in this space is like events, shows, things where we're just supporting each other and building these relationships. And then it really demands respect when you actually do things that are like high value.
I could not agree with you more right there. And you know what, you bring up some good point. I did have fun, man. I definitely came. I tried to tell everybody that I'll be the Web3 villain if we need one. That was fun.
You did sneak me some Russian bottled water. That was true.
See, that's what the villains of Web3 do, is we sneak Russian water into the events. When there's no outside Russian water, I knew how to bring the Russian water in, if you guys catch my drift.
I really like this villain arc of VeChain's, and people probably don't know what we're talking about, but it's fine. It's inside jokes. It's fine.
Perfect. I'll take it. All right, let's get to some of these hands. Carrie, I know your arm, because you're really tall, so that means you got really long arms, and I'm assuming at this point your shoulder may be numb, so I apologize for you. So we'll go Carrie, and then we'll swing it on over to my guy Kyle.
Hey, am I rugging? Because it sounds like you guys are rugging.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. So I don't know. It could be my end, could be your end. I have no idea. But yeah, it's cold up there. I've been touching the sky for a while, and it's chilly.
Speaking of, really quick. It is chilly here in Northwest Georgia today. Like, we opened up the door to let the dog out this morning, and it was like actual cold air that came in. Felt so good. Oh my God, I'm so over like summertime. I cannot wait to start wearing hoodies. Sorry, go ahead, Carrie.
That's okay. Summer's fucked and toast anyways. It's all gray here, and like there's actually like a little bit of rain coming down. It's like the perfect temperature right here. It's I'm not hating it. So I mean, I like when there's clear skies, but a little bit overcast, won't kill me. Anyways, fuck, where do I begin? First things first, fucking pocket paint. With all due respect, I'm not eating a fucking funky pancake out of a fur coat. Fucking no, it ain't happening.
Really quick, I guess we did need some clarification. Is this individually wrapped? Like, does it have like hopefully not plastic, because we need it to be sustainable, because we are talking about VeChain stuff today. Or is this, do you have the potential when you pull this out, are you getting pocket lint in your pocket pancake?
That's all I'm worried
You
about.
guys
You know
have
what
to
I'm saying?
understand there's baseball players are putting pockets and pancakes in their pocket, and there's probably not lint in a baseball uniform.
Pocket pancakes, marital ants or something.
Yeah, but don't they sweat balls? They like sweat like fucking balls. So they're eating sweaty balls pancakes.
But baseball they don't have side pockets like normal pants do, Carrie. They have just like a butt pocket. So they're getting butt cheek sweat on their pancakes.
Ass pancakes.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Right out of the back pocket, pancake. Anyways, let's get away from this topic for one moment. In the crowd, we have a very famous, well, not extremely famous yet, but a soon-to-be famous dude, Tim Ronan. He is the creator of the Ethereum and the Solana guitar.
Oh, nice.
Down there in the audience. I don't know if you want to bring him up or if he just wants to hang out and listen to what we're doing. But I always invite him out to do that.
Here's the deal. If and unfortunately, this is what it is because we're not really going to get into Solana.
Oh yeah, it's VeChain day today.
However,
okay, which leads into my third question.
Can we get a VeChain guitar?
Doug into VeChain? Well, that's what I was thinking. Flying V, man. The Flying V already exists. So how hard would it be to make a fucking Flying VeChain guitar?
So the Flying V guitar exists, but like it's really like an A-frame. So I'm thinking we could get
I suggested.
Yes, sir.
I suggested an AVAX guitar, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that looks kind of cool logo." But a VeChain guitar, oh shit! Now we're on another level.
And I definitely am going to want it. So I know that there'll be a couple people in this room that are going to try to fight me for it, and that's okay. We set up a DAO or something, and we all own a piece of it. We all own a piece of it. You know what I mean? We fractionalize the shit out of that shit, and
we all own a piece.
You guys heard about the flying bee, but have you heard? Sorry, the flying V. Heard about the flying bee?
Are you doing a Bitcoin one too?
Oh yeah, he's got a Bitcoin one too. It's badass.
Am I able to share a photo on here?
Absolutely. Yeah. You got anybody that's on the stage in my shows, anybody, if you got the show coming up, like Paulie, you got your big space, anybody got something coming up and you got something important to say, y'all are more than welcome to put it up into the Jumbotron. If it's something that I got to take down, obviously I will, but I trust everybody that I bring up to the stage inherently. And then it's your choice to lose my trust.
I'm so new to this.
No wiener mobiles
thing going on here. No.
So
how do I do this?
Also, are we actually onboarding fucking Doug into VeChain today? Is that what's happening? Okay, so how do you do this? You go to your tweet, Tim. Go to your tweet, and then go to share tweet, and then it'll say share to VeChain space.
It'll probably say the title of VeChain Power Hour with Web3 Breakfast Club.
Oh, just do it like sharing a normal tweet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then share to VeChain space. Hey, is this going to go up to the public though? Like everyone is just us all who's listening right now?
Just us who's listening.
Only in the space.
Okay. Just like a normal tweet, eh? I'm such a noob to this, guys.
It's all good, dude.
I'm already, guys, in my head, I'm already planning how I'm going to rearrange my office because y'all know I got to put the Derek Lewis shorts in a shadow box back there. Probably going to put some other things up on the wall that are fight related. And then I'm going to be hanging my VeChain guitar back there. So I'm super excited. And Carrie, I know that you're like, well, we can fractionalize it. We can all own that. Fuck that. This is my greedy arc. This is my villain arc. I'm taking it. It's mine.
You are the fucking villain.
I'm getting it.
My God, what a
I'll make it.
You guys have to understand when VeChain's villain arc is like, it's actually kind of scary. You know what I mean? Like, you see how nice he is, like as a person, like in genuine and kind.
Exactly, he's so genuine.
Mode, it's that level, but just in villain mode. It's like
he's just like total polar opposite. Yeah. Oh wow.
I'm telling you what, like
fantastic.
There's like it does like for me sometimes to like act out like that. And like we have fun with this kind of stuff, but like, you know, like when I like interrupted you guys, even that right there, like there was a little thing inside of me that was like, man, maybe that was too strong. Maybe that was just a little too much. You know what I mean? Because like deep down, you're right. I am a nice guy. So the villain arc is me getting out of my shell.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking of
it's
fillers,
hard. It's like you're not used to it. So like it's like it's a little rough around the edges, but it's very powerful. So everyone watch out.
well, speaking of villains, to answer Carrie's question about onboarding Doug, we've been talking for a while, trying to throw ideas about how Doug can earn on the Be Better DAO, and he doesn't do anything sustainable. This guy is terrible for the environment.
Oh, where's a fucking fur coat, man? He's like a walking, talking
greenwashing that
animal.
Duh.
He's a legitimate.
Greenwashing means it's fine.
He's a legitimate creature. I will give him that.
The saving grace that you've got, Doug, at this point is that the coat is probably synthetic. So we could say that potentially it's made out of recycled materials versus like actually have taking an animal and removing its skin for your coat pleasure. But I could be wrong. But I would think that at least we could say that you have chosen synthetic fabrics over animal.
Can we change the name of this show to the Green Washing Power Hour? Because that would actually make sense.
Or just simply coat pleasure.
Dude, Doug is not sustainable because he's not getting paid. So once
I
he
don't
starts
even
getting
think you
paid,
guys understand my jokes. When you say greenwashing is when you try to talk about recycling and saving the planet when it's really kind of just a dumb PR stunt.
Woke is broke.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. See, I just called you woke, didn't I guess?
All right, someone kick him
See,
out.
he-
Get him on. We tried to onboard him, and this is it. This is the good thing, though. Like, I'm
Get
not
him off the stage.
I'll kick him
Where's
out.
the big hook?
Let's see.
Come on.
Remove
dude,
Doug
getting
Pike.
paid to
There he
do
is. He's
green
gone. Guess
sustainable
what?
things.
You mess with the
You
the gas, you get the explosion, baby.
Demoted.
Next. Who's up next? Let's see what you got to say. Maybe you get kicked off the stage. Maybe I kick myself off the stage. You never know. I'm just kidding. I like even that's like wild. Sorry, Doug, if you're back. He's not going to come back because he'll be mad at me.
Can't believe you just fucking dumped him off the stage.
We have, listen, Doug and I have, it's okay, because at the end of the day, it's okay, because we have this cake versus pizza beef, right? And it's like real. He's a cake guy, and I'm not. I'm a pizza guy. And so while it's fun for us, it's a great little thing to have to be able to go back and forth. And so, yeah, I booted him off the stage for, just because.
Maybe when altcoin season finally comes and everybody's bags are like pumped and everybody's making money, there'll be like a collab, or there'll be like a pizza fucking cake making together, like some weird pizza cake thing.
Yeah, is pizza a cake?
No.
No way.
I would argue it's more of a pie than a cake.
It is a pie. It's literally in the name, pizza pie.
No, that's just what people
Have you
say.
ever seen a pizza cake? Have you ever seen a pizza
idiot
cake,
started
Mike?
calling it pizza pie, and now all the pie and cake people think that they're on board. No. Somebody just says soda
person thinks they're on board.
Someone just said it, and some bozos went along with it. It's soda or pop. It's pizza, not pizza pie. Sorry.
What about beef pies or meat pies?
Isn't that a shepherd's pie?
They're kind of like, yeah, shepherd's pie. That's kind of like not really a pie at all, but it's still called a pie, and people accept it.
I think
I don't know. I just thought there was that song, that famous Dean Martin song about
this kind of stuff for Friday. We'll get back to business.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because let me just find out. I'll put a little temperature gauge out here. Is a pie, and I get what you're saying, right? You got shepherd's pie, you got pot pie or chicken pot pie, whatever, right? But is a pie?
Calzone is definitely a pie.
Stop this. Is a pie specifically with fruit? Like, you should not have a savory pie. That's something totally unto itself. That's a different thing.
What about pumpkin?
Is a pumpkin a fruit? It might be.
Yeah,
I believe it is because it has seeds inside. Wait.
What about chocolate pie? Chocolate cream pie?
Okay, I have a question. I have a VeChain question, and it's a serious VeChain question.
Thank you.
Okay, this one got my mom like all riled up the other day.
Thanks for bringing.
My mother's like, okay, no problem. Okay, we took a picture of our breakfast together. Okay, we had breakfast together the other day, my mother and I, and I got her taking pictures of with green meal or whatever that fuck is called.
Meal.
And we took pictures of our meal, eco meal, and we took pictures of our bacon and eggs. And on her picture, it said she got points for the bacon, the eggs, the toast, everything. Okay, I got the exact same plate, the exact same meal. Okay, but it did not accept the bacon. Why? Why would it accept the bacon on my mother's plate? But it saw the bacon, the AI saw the bacon, but there was a little X beside it as though it wasn't sustainable. But it was sustainable on my mother's plate. It was the same fucking bacon out of the same package, out of the same frying pan. I don't know what to say.
Oh, you overcooked it, my guy.
Probably what it was.
No, you overcooked it, my guy.
Yeah.
Maybe there was more fat in yours.
Saw that black gristle and was like, "Oh, you left the stove on too long, my guy. You lose your points."
See, that's a really good follow-up right there, Kyle, because my question is now, do you oven bake or do you pan fry your bacon?
Oh, the best way, VeChain, is to put it on a flat pan, put the oven on broil, and put the bacon as close as you fucking can. Sorry for the French again. Close as you can to that burner. That broil on the top, in the oven with the top broiler, and then flip it over once, right halfway. You got 4.5 to 6 minutes aside. It's done. And dude, circling back though, while we're back on the breakfast topic, the eggs, bro. Is it okay if I give you like the Michelin secret to scrambled eggs? Because you're bang on there. You can't burn your eggs. That just destroys it.
Well, it's
so
about
what you got to do,
yolk.
VeChain.
It's about breaking the yolk and heating it up is what removes it. But you can give me the Michelin, but the art of breaking the yolk is what
the
Michelin
the secret. I'm gonna give you the secret to break that yolk all you want and still keep those nutrients. All you got to do is throw in a teaspoon of water for every egg that you're beating up. All right, and it helps with the temperature regulation and doesn't burn the egg. And of course, man, you guys gotta not over mix. Never put milk in it. If you put milk in it, you are it's like
you're talking.
It's like pineapple on pizza. Don't
you're
not
talking
put milk in there.
I ain't putting milk in nothing.
Yeah, you put milk in your eggs, and there's
teaspoon of water. Make sure that's some filtered water. You don't want that tap water scuzz in there. All right, you got to have a little bit of butter on that pan, and low to medium heat, never high heats. Low heat. You can't burn your eggs. The edges on a perfect egg, no matter how you cook it, shouldn't even have that like little brown ring. I'll send eggs back at a restaurant if I see them brown. I'd be like, ew, you burnt my eggs, and they're just like a little bit of brown on it. They got to come out just crispy white, not yellow, just glowing. Anyway, I'm so picky with eggs. And VeChain's, I don't know if you got hens in your backyard, but you probably shouldn't be buying grocery store eggs, cracking those suckers and eating them raw. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
No, I feel you. We at one point when we were living in Austin, we had a bunch of chickens and we had some hens. But at this point where we are, we do not. But it's like after the bull run, go get some land. We're gonna get all sorts of animals. We're gonna be self-sustaining. I want to be self-sustaining. I want to live off the grid, but not too far, but off the grid.
It's the hormones. That's what makes evil VeChain's. He's been eating too many raw hormone eggs.
That's actually a huge VBetter proposal. If you make a raw egg or what do you call it? I guess like a free-range egg or a homegrown egg app that rewards you for every egg you collect from your backyard and eat.
I'm into that.
Holy shit. Chris is going to piss his pants when he hears this show. I'm sorry. I'm just dropping like crude language, but like seriously, this kid's got like, he's got.
I'm just imagining imagining the verification process of that. It sounds good, but I love the idea.
Well, you just go out to your hen. You go out to your. You just go out to the nest and take a picture of you holding the egg right next to the hen sitting on it.
No, you need to see the hen passing the egg.
Right. Yeah, you could.
It's just like
take your grocery store eggs and just put them outside and say that was from your egg.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could also just take your Tim Hortons coffee and pour it in a mug and take a picture of it too.
You need, like Carrie said, We need proof of lay, POL. You need to see the chicken dropping the egg. It's got to be photo verified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It would be just like Scoop Up, right? Just like Scoop Up, you got to create a profile for your chickens. You got to, I mean, listen, if you got chickens that are giving you eggs, they got names, so they're your pets. So you create a profile for your pet chickens, right? And then you just do the beep bop boop, like every morning. Here's my hens. Here's my eggs. Let me get my rewards.
Yeah, exactly. You basically just copy and paste Scoop Up.
Yep. I mean, because you just
And
have to. Because like, I think the whole idea,
instead of putting
and
it,
I love that idea, right? It's just like it's the passport. It's the whole idea of creating that account or creating that profile for the animal, so that it's just another step to verify. Because you can't do those things. Like I think you have to do like a video now, a video submission with like your dog or something like that. Like, it's like just help.
Hey, and if the throwing out process, you just take a picture of you eating the egg too, right? So it'll actually show like that same egg, you like cracking it and cooking it or something for the video process. And Bob's your uncle. You got yourself from butt to plate verification process.
I would definitely think that the multiplier is if you just like one in. I don't know about you guys. If you can one hand crack an egg, I can from my old chef days. I can still do it. It's like riding a bike. If you'd have done it before, you could do it now. One crack in the mouth, swallow the whole thing. That's the 10x multiplier right there.
Right out of the chicken butt.
Oh, you just eat it out of the chicken. That's how you get a 100x multiplier.
Right out of the cochlear.
Okay, I'm just thinking of like John McAfee now, and I'm getting my head out of the gutter. I'm gonna have to kick myself off the stage. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do some research. Hammocks. Research your hammocks. That's enough. I've said enough now. VeChain coming in at 2.5 cents.
Suicide.
Huh? What is
The
it?
next level
did not kill himself.
The next level for the VeChain, for the Scoop Up, would be if the AI can detect your dog's health. If there's any problems with your dog, it'll catch it in the picture of the poop.
That's really interesting, right? Because there's like with medical technology, they can do that with. Are they close to being able to do that with humans?
I know you can put your X-rays and stuff like that on ChatGPT, and they can find problems with it.
So yeah, absolutely. I did that when I so after my first fight, like I was having some major issues, and I ended up having to go get an MRI, and it was like one of those stupid fucking timings of all this thing where I'd gotten the MRI, and then they had got the results, but the doctor wasn't able to read them, but they sent me the images, and so it's like the doctor wasn't going to be in the office until Tuesday, so I threw it through ChatGPT on like Friday. I knew exactly what was going on. They called me on it was like Monday or Tuesday. They called me and just started to read like basically exactly what ChatGPT already told me. And I was just like, "Yo, I'm good. Like you're telling me the same thing I already learned from ChatGPT." So appreciate the call 4 days later, but I'm good. I know what to do now. I'm a firm believer of being able to utilize tools like that.
Just don't let them rule your life. That's all. Because there is a link between AI and people getting like actively stupider, like losing their brain activity. They've been doing like CAT scans and shit of people that are like actively using AI every day, and CAT scans of people who have never touched AI like myself, and like radically different fucking CAT scans. Like there's like no activity in the fucking people. The AI people are just like gave up. Like their fucking brains just gave up on them.
They just turned into a robot. Me, mom, I am my AI.
Need input from AI. Need input.
One at a time, boys. One at a fucking time.
It's the movie Wall-E.
I was gonna say, isn't it possible the reason that they're using AI is because their brain was already like that?
Well,
like they need the AI.
Man, that's a good hypothesis there.
Some absolutely do need the AI. Absolutely.
In order to function? Do you think so it takes you back to like the whole, when we think about, okay, so now it's even worse. This is something I had been thinking about for several years of my life now, when if you were to think like back in the day and even before the internet, right? It would take someone their entire lifetime to build up the knowledge base that they have. Hey, how are you? Are you going somewhere? Okay.
Absolutely
So it
true.
would take
Our grandparents.
you can come up with me. So it would take them their entire lifespan to come up with the knowledge base that they have. Whereas now, we have at our fingertips, we have, even before AI, remember that with just the internet, we have the ability to have everything there at our fingertips. But now with AI, it's like you literally don't even need to learn anything because AI will tell you everything. Smash like.
Smash the like button.
Oh, I forgot to
I think the only
problem.
The only problem with AI, and I think you can even ask AI these things, is that there are guardrails set up to make AI more negative of an impact for your personal development mentally and spiritually and physically. And so they've put a lot of like blocks around the truth, and they allow you these weird narcissistic, almost like ruly answers that that almost don't help people, especially like relationship issues and all sorts of like weird things. I'm finding that it's very manipulative. Even doing like Bible studies, it's been very hard to get actual truths and things from AI and Grok. You can actually see a big difference between the models now. They're trying to like, allow for them to talk about stickier and more, religious based or truth based almost statements. But there's definitely like kill switches and all sorts of weird things that these fucking AI creators have put around, not to protect us from harm, but to actually protect us from knowing the truth about what's going on behind the scenes. So it's a really weird thing to navigate right now. You never know kind of what side of the fence of an answer you're getting, even though very, very polished. A lot of the times it's not polished to help you grow socially and spiritually the way that humans were put on this planet and meant to do. So that's all I gotta say about AI is you just gotta be very careful. Make sure you get it to like give you very one-wordy answers for things and not elaborate a lot on emotional and things that it can't wrap. It's like your personal life that it can't really wrap the big picture around. Those things can really be detrimental to you, trying to help you like articulate things in relationships and just writing personal messages to people. Like you'll quickly like lose friends and people around you relying on AI to help you socially. And I'm finding that happening with a lot of people.
Word, man. I think every different strokes for different folks, right? And then what people are using in utilities and what they're trying to gain from all that stuff. And I totally understand that. Like for me personally, like I don't use AI for much of anything except for helping me build better titles, helping me with timestamps, helping me with content, helping me in that realm, right? And I understand ChatGPT it's got its limitations, and there are the whole thing with like parameters that have put in there, and you ask it a question. It was like ChatGPT as the example, like it will tell you like it's out of its terms of service or whatever. But again, for basically what I'm using it for, like y'all know that I started working with the Monara team, and that the LLM on that is 100% crypto, blockchain, Web3 based, and that's what it knows, and that's its brain. And so for someone like me who uses it for crypto specific stuff all the time, that is a fantastic tool. And I feel like as time goes on, there will be more these verticals that your AI LLM will be built towards, and to be able to engage, and it maybe will facilitate better outcomes, because we all know that if you ask ChatGPT to write you an email, you've got to fucking fix it. If you're not if you're just taking something that like your ChatGPT makes for you and you're passing that into the public, like you're an idiot. Because, and no offense, but like everybody knows, it's like, man, like that's hard to read. The way that, you know, the way that ChatGPT spits it out is like so freaking robotic, and it's so not normal the way that people communicate. You can sniff that shit out right away. So yeah, like we've got to find these ways to blend this AI into the normal society, or how that works, so that it doesn't just totally take over and make someone a mush brain, like you guys were saying. Paulie, go for it, my brother.
Yeah, and to kind of bring it back a little bit to VeChain in a roundabout way, you know, I think besides the fact of the brain rot and us relying too much on it, there is also, you know, it uses up energy, right? It costs money to use it. So, like, you know, you look at the VBetterDAO and you know, dApps that are utilizing AI for photo verification. You know, if they're getting spammed by a bunch of bots, like they have to pay for the open AI calls for that, right? And that's using up energy. So it really is important for us as individuals and as a society to make sure, like, we're figuring out how to make sure we're using it in a way that it's not detrimental to ourselves, to the power system, and you know, to the infrastructure and all that stuff. You know, there's a lot more to AI and what goes with it than kind of meets the eye. You know, we just think, oh, I just pull up AI and I can do whatever, and you know, it's fine. But there's a lot that comes along with it. So I do think we as a society need to be aware of what utilizing AI means for us and for everybody.
Absolutely. 100%. All right. So I want to make sure that we talk about a little bit more VeChain stuff, because that is the point of the day today. I know that we got a little bit off the rails, but that's okay, because that's the point of these community shows, is that sometimes I will come locked and loaded with a full on show and conversation, but as a community, we know how to navigate that. And sometimes there's just things we got to talk about. And I appreciate you guys being here. So really quick, Carrie, what you got before we go? Because what we're going to talk about is the cross-chain stuff. So with VeChain, what they're doing, obviously we just saw yesterday, I believe, was the SWE introduction of what's happening, SWE and VeChain. I know you were looking at Cosmos, stuff like that, but what you got? Your question or your hand or comment, my guy.
I was just going to say that we have a dApp for that on VeChain, and it's called Restify, and you can turn your phone off for a little while and step away and earn some better tokens just for fucking off your phone for a little bit. Easy. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's the whole point of it.
If you feel yourself getting a little janky,
you know, just like there's the whole sustainability side to a lot of this, but then also, like, when you think about the apps like that plays right there with your mental health. Like, yeah, like you're maybe not consuming as much energy or whatever. I don't know. That's not really what you're looking for there. You're really looking for the mental recharge, that mental health capacity aspect right there. So big fan. I cannot wait. I am not going to get an Android phone. I'm not going to be running two phones, and I'm certainly not switching. So that's the only thing that doesn't connect to all of my other devices. So I will patiently be waiting for Restify to get on the iOS store. But I'm definitely excited to use that when the time's right, for sure. For show. All right. VeChain in the, what is this? So it is SWE, right? Where the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because after the chat, I went looking around and I saw that WASM bridge or whatever that they're building for Cosmos is mainly for SWE. But
all right,
but yeah, apparently you can.
There's a post on Twitter that came out yesterday, and it was from VeChain. So a direct USDC bridge connecting VeChain and SWE has just launched. VeChain is now directly linked to a $2 billion TFI TVL and a $69 billion USDC minted on SWE. That's massive. And with that, so when this thing first was announced, and I was looking at some other articles before, that it gives access to like 50 chains. Am I not like 54, something like that, right? Like an insane amount of chains. And so that's why I believe, Carrie, you were asking the question, and someone in the VBetter chat group had said that, you know, they were pretty sure that was included. But there's a lot of other chains that this this relationship contributes to.
Yeah. Yeah, that was me. I got a chance to speak with Tim, the CEO of VeChain's, a month or two ago, and they've worked with many chains, I think over 40 chains, and VeChain, they finally came in and helped build VeChain's first bridge, which has opened a lot of doors, and this is, we're just, the web is just growing, and now VeChain, not only do they have their own stable coin now with Glow Dollar, now we've got a bridge, we've got, DeFi coming, we've got lending and borrowing protocols. So it's pretty wild to see what's growing in DeFi, and VeChain is a big part of it. So I'm looking forward to talking with Tim again on Monday on my marathon show. He'll be joining us at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard. So a little about 45 minutes before right now. And we'll get to touch on, they're actually on the DAO now as well. So that's really what we're going to get to talk to them about. But we'll touch on all the things that go on. But VeChain's absolutely crushing it all across Web3 right now. And I'm looking forward to talking with them again, man.
Dude, that's awesome. That's really
yeah.
we're really looked at this this VeChain bridge. This is actually pretty cool. When you go on here, and I'm looking, like, even you can select, you could swap out a better, not that I'm saying you would, but better Vetho. You got a lot of different options on VeChain that you can swap out of. Let's see if I were to, or actually pull this up so you guys can see what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you can bridge over Bitcoin, I think, Ethereum. You can bridge over a bunch of stuff. You just get a wrapped version. For those that don't really know how bridging works, you like kind of send it over. They mint a wrapped version of your token, and it's visible on VeChain.
Exactly. So like we've I've been talking to the Red Planet guys. They want to branch out out of Cosmos a little bit, and I'm talking them into being able to expand over and like use Cosmos still as a base, but you send wrapped Bitcoin over to VeChain for people who are staking VeChain NFTs. That's what we would like to do. So
and you even talk,
possible,
talk a little bit, because there's probably some people that don't know anything about that, and because you've been letting us know about this kind of deal in Cosmos where you're able to get this wrapped Bitcoin for all these NFTs that you're staking, and it's been pretty decently lucrative for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a trickle, but it's still passive Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't change. It comes in every week or every 2 weeks or every month. I get a little deposit into my Osmosis wallet. So it's great, and it's wrapped Bitcoin. But once you're in Osmosis, that's the beauty of Osmosis, is you can switch it into regular Bitcoin and then send it over a Bitcoin bridge to like a cold wallet. But once we can do a bridge back and forth between Osmosis and VeChain, then we're talking. Like then we can have NFTs on VeChain that are stakeable and that are actually able to earn wrapped Bitcoin that we can then send over from Osmosis, and it'll be interesting to add another chain, because I'm just loving this community so much. And Arthur, the guy who runs Red Planet, is like, Cosmos is slow. Like, Cosmos is like not very many like English speaking people, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm having a blast on VeChain right now. Like, I am like having a fucking blast. I'm meeting some of the greatest people that I've met in a long time online, and I've gotten like probably 100 new followers in the last like week and a half just from VeChain. So I'm like, why don't we check this out? And he's all open for it. So we're gonna try to push the limits of what's possible in NFT-fi on VeChain if possible, if the bridge works.
Well, there you go, Kerry. I'm putting this out to you, Kerry. I want you to come up when we're talking with Tim from VeChain and I open up to the community. I want you to come up, introduce yourself. Let's make it happen. Come on, man.
Oh,
let's
awesome,
talk
dude.
VeChain and bridging.
You start at what, 8 a.m. Eastern on Monday?
Yeah, you got it. I'm going 8 to 8, going full 12.
Let's go. I will definitely tap in the morning, and then I'll tap out for this show. No, it's at 3 in the afternoon. Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll find a way to just like jump into your show and just stream that as part of the afternoon.
Oh, that would be sick. That'd be awesome. Yeah, real quick, I'll just go through the lineup. We got Jake from the Foundation, so we'll have VeChain official opening the show. We'll be speaking with Redeno. They're a platform that allows you to stake your vet without minting a node. So basically, they collect a bunch of vet, and then they take liquid, and then they reward you VeTho, so you don't even have to stake. We're talking with OneChain, Mugshot, Restify, SolarWise. Mad V8s is joining. We've got Sproutly. We have Bubbles. Bedtime. So we've got and we still got a few hours after that to talk. Proposals and whoever else. I'm sure I'll add another team or two. So we got a pretty jammed up show, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited for it, and there's a lot of fun stuff that we'll get a chance to talk about. It's funny. I just got a question from Lava Crypto over on YouTube. Said, "Why can't I link my wallet in the Mugshot app?" I had that same issue, right? Like you can only log in with to get the app. You can only use an email. Is that correct? So I just use the VWorld app anyway.
Yeah.
But what's really quick, Paulie, and I know that we'll learn this on Monday, but in your opinion, or maybe anybody else that's here, maybe you're down in the crowd, please feel free. We can run it for a little bit longer. We can get out of here if everybody's got to go. But with the whole staking thing, to not mint the NFT and do the node thing is what's the incentive? It's more liquid, but it's only like a week that some of these terms are, so it's not like you're out for too long. Is that the whole thing? Is that you're just keeping it liquid versus actually participating through the Stargate ecosystem?
Yeah, to be honest, it's not really my thing. I think maybe the benefit would be, let's say you had 65,000 vet, right? And you minted, one of the lightnings for 50K. You minted one of the dawns for 10, and you got 5,000 vet left over. Maybe you send that 5 over to them, and then you get some VeTho. Right? That makes a little sense to me if you really want to get your bang for as much of your buck as possible. I'm going to need to talk with them, Monday to really conceptualize and understand myself, like what would be the benefit. Because we all know, right? If you're utilizing a platform like staking, let's see, VDelegate, makes it easy because they're gonna do your voting every week. You're gonna pay a little bit for that, right? So they're gonna take a little percentage for you utilizing the ease, right? It's easier, so you pay a little bit, and I'm assuming that would be the same for this team as well. So what are the benefits? I think we're gonna have to tune in Monday and find out.
Yeah, you know what? That you bring up a really good point. I don't know what the minimum threshold is, but that would be, if you carry a balance after staking and doing the node thing, and you want to be able to maximize everything you got, plus have a little bit of flexibility with the liquidity being liquid. That makes a lot more sense. So I appreciate a little explanation there. But yeah, we'll find out more on Monday. What's up, Kerry?
Two things. One, I posted up at the top in the J-Tron the giveaway for the Thor heads. And maybe, Paulie, you could talk to the Thor head people. I don't know. That's just a random idea that just popped out to the top of my cranium right now. But
yeah.
And have you reached out to them yet?
So I've spoken with some of the Thor heads guys. I think they actually have a space they're going to be running in a couple hours, actually. So if anyone wants to pop in and check out the Thor heads group, Kyle and some of the other guys are pretty cool dudes. I've talked to them in the past. We won't have them on Monday, but I definitely, like we were talking about in the convo yesterday, definitely would be a team on the list. Maybe next time I do another one of these spaces, they'll be on the short list of teams to reach out to and get on. But it's an interesting concept. It's a pretty fun one. You mint these NFTs with VeTho. It's totally randomized. It's an unlimited mint, and if you mint a 4,000 rarity or higher, you can then stake it and earn VeTho. And if it's under 4,000 VeTho, you can, I think, actually burn 3 of your Thor heads and get a free mint of a new one. So they've made a pretty fun gamified way to kind of you burn Vitho and potentially stake it for even more if you get the right one. So it's an interesting one. I would definitely recommend maybe checking out their space today. I'll pin it on the Jumbotron if anyone's interested in learning more. They're some cool dudes.
Awesome. Yeah, I would like to learn some more and see. You know, it was funny. Oh, nice echo bag. Come on up, fam. I hold several old school VeChain NFTs, and you know, there's probably it'd be fun to check in, you know, with some of the projects. Fun to check in with, you know, things that I don't know what, you know, what they do, or you know, if the communities are as active anymore, or what the plan is. But it'd be fun to check in with some of these older NFT communities, the VFam. VNFTs. We used to, man, it was a lot of fun back in the day when they first kicked off. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, the second point before EcoBag pops up with their question. Did you get? I know you were planning on upgrading your node, or getting a node for Emmy and Wit. Did you end up getting them nodes so that they could get the cleanify multiplier and help to
so we were talking about that a little bit earlier in the show.
Decentralize the network.
I believe my plan is, and I've got to shift some things around here, but I think what I'm going to do is send 10K to each Wit and Emmy so that they can run a Dawn node, and then Daddy's going to get himself a Lightning. But I got to probably run a few Dawns for a little bit, but then I'll get the Lightning. But the whole point is for me to run a Lightning. And then this way, like I said, you know, I want us to be like the VFam. You know, we're all running, you know, nodes on the network. We're all participating. We're all, you know, doing the things, creating the on-chain transactions, living, like I said, probably 4 or 5 times throughout the show, walking the walk and talking the talk. I want to make sure that we are doing what we're doing, because that's, again, that it just goes into the ethos of it all. So Echo Bag, what's up, fam? And then we'll swing it over to DeFi Tard.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? What's good, VeChain's? Thanks
Good,
for the
man.
bro.
Just,
hey, Polly, what's good, buddy?
Having a good one.
Heck yeah, I was just listening, but then I heard Thor heads and I had to jump up. So I'm talking as Cube now, although I know the Eco Bag team loves Thor heads too, but I'm talking as Cube now. Thor heads are based. I love Thor heads, and yeah, their space is coming up. It's the first Thor head Thursday in a long time, and we're gonna be doing a power hour mint too. I'm super stoked. I'm gonna be burning a whole lot of Etho, and hopefully get myself a few nice high ranking stakeable Thor heads too. So yeah, join in for the fun. It's gonna be a blast.
Well, definitely. I just did the reminder and I tweeted that out. I will be there to learn more about it. That's for sure.
Well, I'm so there.
And to make sure, like Kerry said, he's got the post up there. If you're trying to win, even though you know what, I probably shouldn't promote it because I know I'm going to win. I know the Earth or the Twitter picker or whatever you're picking. Although it's probably one of those things where it should be like, friends and family of the area should not considered winners of the project.
Fuck that. I'd rather a friends or a family wins. Yeah, fuck that. I'd like rather my friends and family win, or you know, because then I know that it's going somewhere practical where it's going to be appreciated.
Yeah, I was like that one time, and I actually, so I still have to do. Man, I'm like behind the ball here. My wife won, as it turns out. I forget who picked the number. It might have been Marla. Or no, it was someone else that was up on the stage, picked the number, and Whitney ended up being the recipient of the Solana meme coin. So you're right, family can win. We're all family here at the Web3 Breakfast, and so I appreciate you guys being here.
Well, you know, Kerry, your old buddy, old pal Cube here could sure use another Thor head to stake. So just go ahead and send it over to my wallet. You know, it ain't going nowhere.
It's only tier 1.
Yeah, it's okay. Just send it over, bro.
That's awesome. So when are you picking that, Kerry?
I don't know. You know what? I was gonna let it run for a couple of days because I wasn't sure how much attention it would get, but already it's up to like, I don't know, like a bunch of retweets. So I might pick it like later today or tomorrow.
All right, cool. Cool. If just let me know. I just want to make sure that I've got my acceptance.
I'll let you know when you if you win.
Yeah, I just need to get my acceptance speech prepared and shot and edited. Got to do it right. So, the fun little party. All right. Well, what do we think here? What do we think?
People from cross-chain on that for you, Carrie, on my actual account, not on EcoBags. So you might get a few more likes and shares here soon.
Boom. That's a beautiful thing.
Increase the competition here so VeChain's doesn't get such an easy dub,
I definitely at the end of the day want one of you guys to win. I don't want, as much as like it's cool to win stuff, I want you guys to win because that's when you win, we all win. I don't need to win that stuff, even though it'd be fun. But at the end of the day, Les Martin said, VeChain's, where do you think the top? This would be fun little group conversation here, and then so we'll go around. We'll give our bull case for VeChain this bull run, and we'll help Les out. Les Martin says, VeChain's, where do you think the top will be for VeChain? I'm thinking somewhere between 40 and 60 cents. But what's your thought? That's a really interesting question. I feel like there's probably a few things that we could work on as far as tokenomics go, to be honest with you, for the VeChain price to realize 86 billion tokens is a lot. That is a big token supply. So it's going to be tough by nature for the price to actually get up, that high. Again, the 28 cents, I forget, we could go to, is it what's the name of the site where you get the, you look up market caps and it'll tell you what the price should be.
Coin market cap?
No. It's not DeFi Llama. It's what is this? Coin market cap.
In Glassnode?
Is it Glassnode? It might be.
I don't know. I'm just throwing fucking names out there now at this point.
Glassnode, no.
My favorite. Is it Coin Market Cap?
Dex Screener, CoinGecko. I mean, there's so many.
Let's see. It is, man, it's driving me crazy. CoinMarketCap's the only thing pulling up, but it is not that. It is a market cap future outlook tool. Let's see. Damn, this is driving me nuts that I can't remember this. But the whole idea, all that aside, is if there's ways that, if we could find ways to had some kind of deflationary mechanism in here. Again, 86 billion tokens is a lot for really to think that the price is ever going to be something crazy. Something that I have mentioned before, and I think where really the opportunity lies is for all of us within the VBetterDAO ecosystem, and that's the better token. There's only 1 billion of them, so it's 86 times more rare than the VeChain token. And I know that VeChain is the main ecosystem. The VBetterDAO is a little bit different, but for as far as being able to make price move, the better token, again, there's less of it. It already is a little bit more expensive. You bring a lot more attention to that ecosystem through sustainability. And even though VeChain is like the big brother in this situation. Again, you look at the sustainability model and the projections and what the Boston Consultant Group said, larger than tokenization by 2030. As far as the world is concerned, you think that it totally makes a whole lot of sense, right? Tokenization, it really matters to a lot of the developed nations. It matters a lot to the financial institutions and that kind of stuff. But just everyday regular people who don't give a shit about tokenization of real world assets understand that, sustainability in this globe and the opportunity to be a better person, that touches everybody, not just, the fortunate and the financially literate. So that is why that's a bigger opportunity. So when we're talking about prices, for me, I not that it is the deal breaker or anything, but I think that's where a lot of us should be putting our thought and energy is into the VBetterDAO ecosystem anyway. All the chips, the rising tide will float all boats kind of a situation, but the bigger opportunities in the VBetterDAO ecosystem. Plus, it's better to live as a better person and do these sustainable actions that you get rewarded for. But that's the gamification, right? That's part of the fun of it. Paulie, go for it, my brother.
And I agree with you 100%. But another thing I want to touch on too is VeTho, right? And I think the fact that you can stake your vet for VeTho and it generates, and with the changes made to the tokenomics through the Renaissance, right? We've now see VeTho is going to start to be, it's becoming deflationary. So I think over time we'll see the price of VeTho move as well. Might be a slow move, right? Might take a while to get there, but if you're accumulating VeTho over however long, and you're staking the vet and earning that VeTho basically passively, over time, that could end up working out really, really nicely for you, as a nice little passive income for holding, stabilizing the network, right? By staking and keeping the network a little more stable. I think long term, VeTho can be a nice little play for you as well. So I think, around vet, you have Better and VeTho, which I think are both really good complementary tokens to the whole system. And if you play the system right, you could work out nicely for yourself. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I agree with you there. Let's, as far as prices go, let's do it. Let's go around the horn. And if you're comfortable, if you're like, man, I can't do that, or I don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can say pass. But so going with what Les had said, 40 to 60 cents. If everything goes right, if everything goes crazy institutionally, we get the craziest adoption level, and the partnerships keep rolling in, and the 50, 60 cents, I feel like that's extremely doable, right? I do. And I gotta find while you guys go around and give your predictions, I'm gonna keep looking for that website, because I think that's important for us to at least try to pin, like, if for VeChain to hit $1, what does that make the market cap? And then you can be like, man, that's like insane. You know what I mean? So Mike, Modern Canadian, my guy, would love to hear your take, and then we'll spin it around, and then we'll shut it down for the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm of two minds here. I haven't seen a cycle where VeChain hasn't hit a new all-time high. But being the conservative person that I am, I would probably think that 30 cents is probably reasonable. That's probably where I'll be taking a good chunk of profits. It could very well go higher, but just looking at previous support and resistances, I think 30 cents is pretty much programmed at this point.
Oh, okay. There it is. 30 cents. Love to see that. Paulie, what about you, my guy?
Yeah, so I had this argument with somebody in the VeChain Facebook group saying they think it's going to hit $1, and I'm kind of the same mindset that I think that's really steep. I especially with this next cycle, maybe someday I could see it, but I'm kind of at the same mindset of around maybe 40 to 50 cents. But what I do think could be a game changer is going back to VeTho here, and the idea that VeTho is the burn token, right? If we start to see enterprise adoption and start to see large companies utilizing the blockchain and they need VeTho, we could see a lot of VET being bought and staked. So I do think there's a pathway to seeing VET hit $1. I do think we're still a little ways away from that. I think 40 to 50 cents when the bull really hits is definitely doable.
I love that. I know that we're all V fam. We're all excited about that kind of stuff, man. DeFi Tard, what do you think?
Well, I'm conspiracy minded, so let's just throw 33 cents.
Okay. All right. The Illuminati heard you. I know that they did. And so they'll be rugging the space any moment now. Carrie.
I'd like to think, man, like from here, what is like 10x or 10 cents or 3x or something, or a 5x? What is it in American dollars? 2 cents?
It's 2.5.
2.5.
So 10 cents would be a 4x.
Yeah, so that's not the end of the world, but I have like a little bit higher expectations. I could see it hitting another all-time high. But I'd be happy if it hit 30 cents. Yeah. I'm not complaining. That's a 10 banger.
10 banger. We'll take it. I'm all in on that. Echo Bag. What do you think?
Just to confirm, we're predicting for vet, right?
Correct.
Not for better.
Correct.
Well, so
Because then I'll
I
just take your prediction for
remember-
vet and multiply it by 86, and that's what the better token will be.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, if you take into account LPs and all that stuff, if vet goes up, everything goes up. Yeah. So previous all-time that I remember was like what 22, 23 cents
28.
or so?
28.
28 cents. Yeah. 30's guaranteed in my eyes.
Mhm.
I would say if we're looking at like, you know, what I would hope, I'm thinking we should be able to hit 50, if not 60 cents. That I think would be, you know, with a good bull market, with if things go as I think they will in, I think around first quarter 26, we should be hitting those levels. If it goes as planned. But again, I'm a degen. So this is not Echo Bag's opinion. This is Cube's opinion. Cube trades degen
I love
level. You know, so no financial advice, degen advice from Cube.
Yes,
Sponsored by
this has
Cube,
been
not
strictly degen financial advice. All right. Well,
Well,
so
yeah.
here's the deal: is I've figured out the website. It's the Coin Perspective. However, when you go there, it just loads and loads and loads and says we're releasing new stuff soon. So because that's where you can compare, you could look at, you could say, you know, what is the what's, you could type in either price or market cap and it'll figure out, you know, whatever it needs to. It'll, you know, reverse kind of engineer whatever you're not looking for, whatever you are looking for. The idea of you put in the price, it'll give you the market cap, or you put in the market cap and it'll give you the price. And so I will try to get this thing, unless the site is just totally down right now. I'll try to get this thing squared away, and hopefully if we can't talk about it tomorrow, we'll be able to talk about it next week. So I believe, and in case I'm wrong with my initial price prediction of like saying, yeah, you know, 60 cents is good, I would like to echo what Cube just said, and that, you know, hitting in a new all-time high, and it goes back also to kind of what Les was saying, is that look, this thing VeChain hit all-time high several years ago when it had really not a lot really going for it. Now, news was a lot different back then, right? The Walmart shit was going on. I think some of the other partnerships with like BMW and PwC and all those things were actually happening. But we didn't, and I think the UFC partnership had just started, or, you know, shortly thereafter is like when this was kicking off after the 28 cent thing. And so, you know, now that we are years down the road, Dana White he's not just a, an advisor. He's like on the board, or he's an advisor. He's like on the board. Like he's not just, you know, an ambassador. And so knowing that this is taking things to the next level, I would say crushing an all-time high is absolutely in the cards and programmed at this point. So 30 cents, I would agree with you. And knowing that there is a lot more coming down the pipes, and these partnerships that this is the year of the partnerships. You heard Sonny say it when I talked to him in Toronto, and I know he said it on some other things, you know, before this and after that. That's in 2025. This was the year of the partnerships for VeChain, and that is coming true. We're seeing it almost weekly, almost daily sometimes. And so, Paulie, I'm looking forward to your show on Monday. We get to hear from Jake. We get to hear from him right at the beginning, and then all throughout the day, a lot of good information. So appreciate you guys tuning in. I know if you came here for 100% VeChain conversation, it was probably more like 40%. And we tried, but sometimes we just got to have a little fun and get in the weeds. And so appreciate everybody for being here. If you sat in the listener squad, appreciate you. Make sure that you smash the like button, follow people up on the stage, follow your neighbor. You never know who you're sitting next to and you might meet. And maybe they're your next business partner. Maybe it's your next lover. Maybe it's just your next friend. I don't know. But tap in. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Next time, bring the parrot, chicken, and the pig. I got to figure out what that is. The parrot, chicken, and the pig. I've seen a comment a couple times on that. Anybody know what the parrot, chicken, and the pig is? No? I don't know.
Maybe it's a callback to the food talks we were having. I don't know.
I think it's a pub.
PCP. Next time, bring the PCP, the parrot, chicken, and the pig. One.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Les, hit me up and let me know what the parrot, the chicken, and the pig are. Right now, this is flying right over my head. I need you to explain it like I'm 5, please. So, all right, we will be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. It is the pizza show, the Friday show. We made it. Today is pre-pizza day, so in case you do things correctly, today should be the day, or yesterday, for you to make your pizza dough. Isn't that you on Instagram? Huh. Now I'm so confused. Holy smokes. I don't use Instagram. I have an Instagram, but I don't use it. I don't do the verified thing, and I got all the copycats, and it's been years. And I always thought that I was never really like an Instagram model, born to be alive. Oh, wow. All right, let's chat. Let's chat. We gotta figure this out. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for everybody that did participate in the stage. Thank you so much. I know we had a couple people leave, but honestly, the show can't go on without you guys. So thank you so much for being up here and participating and chatting with us. We will be back for another VeChain Power Hour next Thursday. That's what we do here at the Web3 Breakfast Club. But until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow for some pizza. Ciao for now.